This episode may contain explicit language.
We're crafting, guys.
So the first is these little hearts.
We wanted to share some easy Valentines and activities you can do with your kids.
The other option from the exact same supply list is a paper chain, but they're hearts.
Oh, I want to make that one.
You take your roll and you're trying to kind of bend this into a heart shape.
I love this.
This is cute. It's like a stamp.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an acrylic stamp.
Wait, so who watched the Muppet Show?
Oh, yeah, we're doing a podcast right now. This is Karen Feeding. We're three friends with kids who get together every week to talk about life, swap advice, keep each other sane while we muddle through this weird and wonderful thing called parenting. I'm Zak Rosen. I make another podcast. It's called Weirdly Helpful, and I am dad to Noah, who's 8, and Ami, who's 5. We live in Detroit.
I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. I write the homeschool and family travel blog, Dutch Goose. I'm the mom to Henry, who's 13, Oliver, who's 11, and Teddy, who's 9, and we live in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hey, I'm Lucy Lopez. I host another podcast, The Mamacita Rica. I'm mother to Amelia, who's 15, Avery, who's 13, and we live in Miami.
We're here to talk about the ups, the downs, and everything in between when it comes to parenting. Every week, we commiserate, offer advice, and try to make this feel like the kind of conversation you have with your friends.
And today we've got something really special planned for everyone. We're crafting. We're crafting, guys. Bust out the glue guns.
Yes, because there's never not a good time to craft, I find. Valentine's Day is around the corner, and we wanted to share some easy Valentines and activities you can do with your kids. Minimal muss and fuss. I'll be leading the first one, and for that, you will need an empty toilet paper or paper towel roll, some paint, ideally acrylic paint. The more colors, the better. You can get away with 1, but 3 would be perfect. And then a canvas of your choice. I'm going to use a t-shirt. Elizabeth is going to use paper. You can use your wall, whatever you want. It's really, really basic.
And I'll be leading the second one. You're going to need paper, any kind, any color will work. Obviously, red and pink for Valentine's Day, but rainbow, whatever you're feeling. Scissors, a stapler, although we're going to try it with a paper clip with Zach. And a ruler would be helpful, but is not necessary.
And that's how you know the show is real, because I will not be leading any craft because just the thought of it overwhelms me. Even if you don't want to craft, you'll want to stick around because you guys, these people, my friends, saw the new Muppet Show and they can't wait to talk to you all about it while Zach and Elizabeth help us get our Martha Stewart on.
And heads up, these will be on YouTube, so if you're a visual person, you can actually see us do the craft. You can do it along with us. Come and join us there. Look on our YouTube page for that. Subscribe while you're there. Stick around. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I am going to tip my camera.
Look at that.
I've never actually done this craft. This is from
Andrea Nelson, right?
Thank you. You read my mind. Andrea Nelson, a whiz of a crafter. You should follow her because this is totally taken from her.
Oh,
so
she's the best.
She's so good. So take out your canvas. You see, I'm gonna create on this old pocket T-shirt of mine. This is my favorite pocket T-shirt. I don't know if this is foolish of me to use this, but I've had it for like 10 years and I got it for like a nickel at the thrift store. So whatever. So I'm going to use this gray T-shirt. Elizabeth, what are you using?
I am just going to use I have a nice piece of art paper, pretty stiff. I did not pick up my T-shirts in time, but I'm going to get them from the base exchange, and we're going to do this later with the kids.
Okay. And Lucy, what are you working with?
So the girls just had to turn in some projects for, one was for Spanish class and the other one was for science. And they have like I have these leftover, I guess, what do they call them? Poster boards.
Yeah.
Small enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
Perfect.
like, I think I'm going to use that. And now I'm like, should I use the shiny side or the dull side?
The dull side.
The dull
'Cause
side?
The shiny,
Okay.
sometimes the shiny, rejects
slip.
the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, slip.
So take out your roll of toilet paper. Or this is paper towel I'm using. Elizabeth's got a toilet paper roll. Watch, I'm gonna cut one piece here, and just to demonstrate, you're gonna be dipping these ends into paint. So like this can be one side and this can be another side.
Oh, okay.
So you can cut a couple pieces. I'm gonna cut. So I have, as much as 4 sides now. So I could theoretically have 4 colors if I wanted. I only have 3.
I'm going to be roasted online about this. I only have one color, and it's red.
That's fine.
good.
That's fine. You're just learning technique today. And then you can do this for the rest of your life. and so make a little pile of paint on your plate, Elizabeth Scott. I've got a piece of paper. So I'm going to do some orange. Yeah, Lucy, grab another piece of paper.
I have leftover lunch bag.
Perfect from our last craft.
Perfectamente.
Look at me.
And I am using up the dregs of this permanent green light.
Do we think black? I feel like I should use some black, but do we feel like that's not?
You're working with a white canvas, so that'll be nice.
Okay, I didn't know if that felt like not Valentine's Day.
So this is Valentine's Day themed. So the way that Andrea Nelson teaches is you take your roll and you're trying to kind of bend this into a heart shape. Because I have some heart shirts already in my collection. So do you see that? This is.
Oh, so like really bend it. Okay.
Because I don't want hearts on my shirt, I have a lot of heart shirts. I've been really into spirals lately, so I'm just gonna work with the circle.
I love this.
So, but I know it's Valentine's Day, so you can have the option of heart or circle.
You do what you want.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I needed that.
And then
permission.
what, you dip it in the paint?
You put your hands up on the roll when you dip. I dip, we dip. And then start blotting wherever you want.
This is cute. It's like a stamp.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an acrylic stamp. So what I'm doing is I'm alternating color each time. I like to kind of, there's no right way to do this. Elizabeth, nice, you got your hearts. I'm kind of going over the same spot on mine because I'm just working with the pocket on my t-shirt.
Oh, I see.
But do whatever the heck you want. Like, there's really no rules to this. And yes, exactly, it's a stamp. So stamp wherever and however you'd like.
This is super cute.
And if you use acrylic paint, it'll withstand a wash.
I didn't know you could use acrylic paint on t-shirts.
Yep. Use it on your windows too.
On your windows?
And then you just use that Dawn blue and a little scraper to get it off.
Do you guys remember a time when you didn't own Dawn Power Wash?
No, I mean, the first thing I remember not the power wash, but remember they used to like clean when there was that big oil spill in the Gulf. I just remember
with the little
they
ducks.
cleaned all the ducks with it.
Wait, so who watched the Muppet Show?
Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast right now.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We're just here to craft. We watched it. We watched it as a family. We have watched a lot of Muppet movies together because I think on the Christmas episode we talked about how much we love the Muppet Show. And I used to watch the Muppet Show with my family, like growing up, but I don't know that the kids had actually watched the Muppet Show. You know what I mean? Like they'd watch Muppet stuff, but not like a Muppet Show. So this might have been their first introduction to the Muppet Show, but good golly, did they love it.
Is it still sarcastic?
It's still sarcastic. It's still, I just think I forgot how you can make TV that everyone enjoys. Like we all sat together, we were laughing, the kids were laughing. It's the same format. Zach, you watched it, right? Did you watch it with your kids?
It's amazing that it's the same. It's a variety show. They're putting on a show. Statler and Waldorf are talking shit in the balcony.
The best.
Which you need. You really need that.
You really do.
Well, and like so much of the adult humor comes from there too. Like I think that the last time I watched, I remember that was what my dad thought was so funny. But I don't think I, at that point, appreciated it the way that I appreciated it this time.
So I used to watch The Muppet Show with my grandmother, who didn't speak a lick of English. And before you guys come from, she didn't speak English because she came here at such an older age. Anyways, so and we would sit and watch The Muppet Show, and then every time the old guys would come on, my grandmother would be like, "¿Qué dijo? Dime lo que dijo. Son chistosos." Like, what did they say? Are they funny? And I would that's like how I became I was always the translator in the family, but like that's how I really honed in on my Spanish speaking skills, because I was always translating what was happening on TV to my grandmother all the time. And that was one of those movies shows that I would sit and watch with her. That and Sábado Gigante. But I'm like, is Miss Piggy off the bat? Is she in the show? Because that's the only person I care about.
She's off the bat. She
I
is
love it.
in fact, my kids, because I think later you're going to get to hear what they thought about it. They're obsessed with her. Instant, like they liked her from the other stuff, but this was instant. Like she is the star, right?
As she is. Well, Miss Piggy is a star.
Sabrina Carpenter is the guest,
Oh,
although
I love
it is chock full of guest appearances
cameos. We got
and cameos.
Seth Rogen.
Yes,
Seth Rogen, because he's one of the producers on it.
Maya Rudolph. Thank you. I'm like, how could I forget her?
Is it the same formula as in?
Yeah, so this is what I love. It's like the formula hasn't changed, and yet somehow it feels like modern and fresh. Like you don't feel like you're watching old episodes. At least we didn't. Like it does feel like it has the same vibe. But I think it moves a little quicker. Like I think sometimes when we watch older stuff, I'm not sure that my kids can like tolerate that.
Mm-hmm.
And yet somehow this was like riveting. Look at yours. I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm thinking if I write like cursive,
See, mine's just
love
simple.
or something. Oh, Zach, yours is so cute.
I'm just going
Zach,
austere
that looks
here.
so cute.
This would be very cute. So if you are looking to do handmade Valentines, you can have the kids, I think, stamp a big piece or pieces, and then you could easily cut it or fold it into cards. I think there would be a lot of ways to have them. You could draw little faces on this. You could write little conversational heart things in them.
So your kids loved the Muppets.
Loved. But I loved it too. Like if I think the thing is we don't, watch a ton of television. And so when we do, I like it to be something that we all kind of can sit down and watch. And sometimes that's really hard to find. Like what's something that if we want to turn on, like I don't mind going to sit down, but they're excited about. And this is definitely something that we can watch as a family and all be amused.
My kids felt different. This was their introduction to the Muppets. I was a huge Muppets Take Manhattan guy. My sister and I watched that movie a million times.
Yes.
But I never watched the show. And my kids and Shira, we all watched it together. I liked it, but there were 6 thumbs down. For the
Really?
rest of them. The only thing that they liked was Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Ami's just like, Dees. Noah says something like, it was boring. Shira says she didn't like it. So they are, so my family is Statler and Waldorf.
We love a big musical number, and there were lots of those. I mean, my family does.
They did, what was the Queen song they did at the end? That was great.
Bohemian Rhapsody? Is that what they're doing, right?
What's that song?
Clearly, I can't remember anything.
Don't stop me now.
Now, because we're
That was
having
great.
a good time. One of mine, I think, was it like their favorite thing was at the end, the big musical number.
Yeah, that
And
was
they
Don't Stop Me Now.
loved the Sabrina Carpenter song, although none of them can remember her name, which is hysterical.
And basically, there was a love triangle too between, a kind of unspoken love triangle between Kermit and Miss Piggy and Sabrina Carpenter, which they were playing off of. That was.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Sabrina Carpenter show up to steal Miss Piggy's man?
Yeah, that's what Miss Piggy thinks. Like, I feel like that's a classic Muppet Show. Like, she's always jealous if the star is a female, right?
But Kermit wasn't like doing any. Like Kermit was kind of hiding Sabrina from Miss Piggy too, so he was somewhat complicit too. But he didn't cheat.
Oh, see, I felt like he
Sabrina.
was hiding her because he knows that Miss Piggy felt
Just gonna
jealous.
freak out. Uh-huh.
I didn't think he was trying to have her to herself.
There's a lot of really complicated dynamics in the new Muppets.
It's my favorite thing about that show.
But I wasn't that, Lucy, am I wrong that I feel like that is kind of a running Muppet Show thing?
Well, I always thought that Miss Piggy was a little Latina. Not to feed into that stereotype, but yeah.
I see.
I relate to her a lot. Like she reminds me of like 7 of my aunts all in one.
Okay, we're going to finish up our craft and we'll be back here momentarily. You know where to find us. Email us at careandfeedingpod@slate.com. You can come find us in the Slate Parenting Facebook group, or you can ring us up at 646-357-9318. Tell us what you think about the Muppets, what you are doing for crafting at your house. We want to hear it all. Okay, one more quick break and then we'll be back with Elizabeth's craft. Let's be honest, life gets messy, families fight, coworkers overstep, partners do weird stuff in bed. Luckily, Slate's advice columnists have seen it all. Sign up for the free Slate Advice newsletter and get our latest takes on sex, parenting, money, and every moral gray area in between, plus exclusive bonus letters delivered straight to your inbox. Subscribe now at slate.com/advice. Welcome back. We hope that you enjoyed the toilet paper thing. Now let's do Elizabeth's craft. What do we need, Elizabeth?
So we need scissors, paper, and it can be any kind of paper. I'm using construction paper. You could use printer paper. And while I talk about the rest of this, you're going to cut these into strips that are about 1 inch wide. They can be 1 1/8, but just like about 1 inch. So strips of paper. And then a ruler will make life easier.
Is it for the straight edge or to actually measure something?
No, to measure something, but you don't need. I'm going to coach you through not needing it. But if you have one, that makes it easier. And then you are going to need a stapler, although Zach's going to try using a paper clip, but a stapler will definitely be easier. Okay, so this out of these strips of paper, first of all, I want to say I did not come up with this craft. This is something I learned a long time ago, and now just make. So there's kind of two options to this craft. So the first is these little hearts that we're going to make that are like, I don't know, like hearts inside of hearts inside of hearts that are little paper hearts. I have attached strings to mine and I hang them in the window, but you can also glue them on things. The other option from the exact same supply list is a paper chain, but they're hearts.
Oh, I want to make that one.
And these are so easy. So we're going to start with the hearts inside hearts inside hearts. So of your strips of paper, essentially, you're going to need to make them like big to little. So you need so now these are 1 inch across wide. You need 8 inch, 7 inch, 6 inch, 5 inch, 4 inch, 3 inch. So you can use your ruler to measure that. You can also just kind of ballpark. What you need is 2 of each, though.
Width or length?
So length. So all your width are all this 1 inch strip that you cut-ish.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
And then so if you're watching, you can see like we have 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. And so there's sort of, you're going to line them up.
It's so weird because you would think, like, as creative as I am, things like this really put a lot of pressure on me, or I allow it to. Which I wonder if other parents are like this, where you like, oh, I have to make this. And then you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I always think on these, the first one is the hardest. And once you make it, then you're like, oh, none of this. Because I like meticulously measured the first time I made this. And now I just sort of
wing it.
Man, I wish I had a stapler.
The funny thing is, I think I have 4 in this room. If you line them up, so it's like the tallest one is in the back. You're lining them up, the shortest one in the front, tallest to the back.
But with 2 each?
No. So you're making 2 separate piles.
Okay.
So here, I'll hold up. Good question, Zach. And then you're going to put them tallest to tallest.
Oh, shit.
So like if you're holding them one hand, it's like little from your 3 inch to your 8 inch, and your 8 inch is touching your other 8 inch. You're just going to staple the bottom. Or in Zach's case, paperclip.
Or paperclip them.
Once they're back to back, you're just going to grab the 2 little ones and fold them down, and there's your first little heart. And then you just keep peeling. So I'm peeling down the next side and the next side. So that like each of your inch ones, and they're all kind of meeting at the bottom.
This is so sweet.
Da, 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 until it looks like a heart inside a heart. And then Zach, you would put another paper clip at the bottom when you've got them all. I'm going to staple them. And that middle heart is always wonky, but I think that's what makes it cute. But you get these little hearts, and then you can put a little string in them. You can tape them to the front of a card.
And you then staple them together, right?
Yeah. So that it's a heart.
This is cute.
Oh, look at this. How cute.
Look, Lucy, yours looks amazing with the different
Lucy.
colors. Oh, look at Lucy's.
It's like a peacock.
I love that.
I'm just got lavender and white. It's not as elegant, but.
Okay, so for this one, you're going to take your 1 inch, still dealing with 1 inch strips in whatever color you want.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally just, they're 1 inch wide. You're going to fold them in half.
All the same length now?
All the same length.
How many?
as long as you want your chain. Any 2 strips. And I'm going to staple them together at the bottom. So 2 strips stapled.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to bring them down. This first one's kind of wonky to make, a heart shape. But before you staple this shape, you kind of have to hold this first. It's going to like flip out like this. Don't worry about that. Choose the next. So you've either stapled at the top to make your little heart. You flipped them down to make a heart shape. Before you staple the bottom, you're going to add your next 2 strips going up. So I think of it like looks like a little flower almost. And so when you place this second staple, you're going to have stapled the bottom of your heart that you just made. And then I'm going to staple. So it's like 4 pieces of paper being stapled there.
Ja. Okay.
Okay. So it looks like this. And that's your next heart.
Oh, and then you're going down to...
Okay. And then you just keep doing this. So now you just add, as long as you add them going up, when you pull them down, you'll get a heart. And you can just do this as long as you want the paper chain, and you don't have to match colors.
And I'm out of paper clips.
And I'm going to start again.
There, see?
I'm thinking about our listeners who aren't crafting along with us, and I think I want to hear, Elizabeth, what you thought about the Muppets. Did Jeff watch it too?
Jeff did watch part of it. Because we pre-screened, we were limited to watching on my phone. I don't know if you had that problem, but we were all gathered around my phone to watch it. And so I would say he mostly heard it.
Uh-huh. We watched it on the TV.
I was not smart enough to get the app to the TV. Like it wouldn't let me cast.
I was not smart enough to know how to watch it at all.
I had to email customer support, but that's beside the point, and that won't be going in. So like they will, if the show gets picked up for series, you think you guys would stay with it, Elizabeth?
Yeah. I think we'd watch it. I think we do a lot of like turn something on and work on a puzzle, turn something on and do like these paper chains and stuff like that. And this is, I think, prime for that. Like good watching.
Kind of ambient watching.
Yeah. Do you think your kids, like the pace was too slow?
I don't know. I don't know why it didn't click with them. I mean, it is like, it's kind of old school, these felt puppets.
It is definitely old school.
So, I think maybe that was it, but it didn't move that slow. I mean, there were a lot of segments. I think also I was like, we're going to watch this now. So that probably wasn't a great way to.
I mean, there isn't really like a plot to follow other than, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, it's
variety show.
Yeah.
It's like old school variety show. Yeah.
It's like if you watch the Larry Sanders Show, it's more like that than it is like.
Oh, I love the Larry Sanders Show.
Yeah.
Lucy, it looks so cute. Oh my gosh. So Lucy's alternating like a dark pink and a light pink, and her hearts somehow are perfect.
A+.
Is it printer? Are you using printer paper?
No, I'm using construction paper. I'm kind of like Elizabeth in the sense that I have all these things. It just took me basically like 5 hours to find all these things, even though we have a designated spot for crafts in our home. But for some reason, I found the construction paper in Avery's room. These scissors were downstairs where they shouldn't be. That's why I think I love crafting, but then also the like, where's everything? And do I have everything? And is it going to look great? And as I'm doing this, I'm reflecting. I'm like, I'm just having so much fun doing this right now. Like, it's just like, it's so relaxing.
So that's the thing. I do prep like a craft the night before usually, and then I will have it out. Like if we're going to do it, I will like have pre-cut all the strips and made 2 of them, and then I will just have them out at the table. And the plan is kind of like, as we come, let's say to breakfast, or if we're going to sit around and I'm sort of doing it, I find that everyone else sort of joins. And then we start making these. And to be honest, sometimes the kids don't do the same thing. As I see this, though, Zach, we could also have taken this and dipped it in the paint. I wonder if that would work.
That could be cool. Do y'all celebrate Valentine's Day, like as a family?
I'll make little cards for the kids. And I think last year, like many things, I was very bah humbug on it, but this year I am using it as an opportunity to celebrate like friend. I think it's a great opportunity because I'm in the friends making stage to like, and I like
What are
to
you doing for them?
craft. So I made little earrings for all of my friends.
Oh my
Some I
God.
3D printed and some I make these
What?
little like
You have a 3D
Mizuki.
printer?
Yeah, I have a 3D printer.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
We got one for Christmas. So I printed little like earrings and then I wrote little cards and I'm going to drop it off with all of the kind of people that I've met.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
And we're going to have a little neighborhood Valentine's exchange since we don't do anything at school. So everyone's making stuff. There you go, Lucy.
Nice, Lucy. Lucy, do you all celebrate?
Yes, I do. So every year my husband and I, Gino and I, go out for a date, but we try to imitate like our first date ever, which was going to a bunch of different happy hours to try all their food. Because for some reason, happy hour food hits differently than regular food.
Well, the deal. It's like, wow, can you believe this is only $4?
Can you believe we got this whole bucket of mussels for $10?
No, it's totally his different. You're right.
Like
That's
it's
fun.
stuff like, and we
So you
love
go happy hour hopping.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
That's
it.
a great idea.
That's like our favorite thing to do as a couple on Valentine's Day. Doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but that
Yeah.
weekend, like we'll figure out a day to go celebrate each other. Cool story. Gino proposed to me Valentine's Day weekend. So yeah, we have like a whole thing, it's like our weekend. It's not our sex anniversary, but it's our love anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And then our sex anniversary is spring break. And then
what's the difference in months between sex anniversary and anniversary?
Oh, 2. So we love doing the happy hour hopping, which is like my favorite thing to do, and that's like our love language. Like, oh my gosh, look, the calamari here is fresh.
Do you seek out new places or go back to places you've been?
We try to go to new places, but
Fun.
if we don't have a babysitter, which it's looking like we don't have anybody to kind of, even though Amelia is 15 and she can watch her sister, but I kind of like somebody in the house, whatever. I don't know.
Lucy, you're done with babysitters. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buddy. Mine are babysitting each, like other kids. People hire my children to watch other children.
So this year, I think we're doing the whole, like, you're going to stay home and me and daddy are going to go out. And then Gino likes to take the girls out on a date, both of them, and he takes them out.
Like separately or the three of them?
Just them 3 all together. And he usually does like a whole like movie, tacos, and then takes them to like Five Below, which is like their favorite place to go to.
Yeah, Five Below is a great destination.
Do you guys do a Valentine's Day, Zach?
We're going to be actually visiting family in LA this Valentine's Day.
Fun.
And
Nice.
so normally we don't do anything, and this year we especially won't do anything.
A trip is doing something.
Yeah, but that's not Valentine's Day. That's just a great. It's family reunion. But no, and we don't typically do Valentine's Day. It does remind me though that we're due for a date, so maybe before we go, we can swing that.
And then I mentioned to Amelia, don't you guys want to make dinner for mommy and daddy and make us like a romantic dinner? And she's like, why? I'm like, okay.
Oh, our children have done that, and it was something else.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, we got an update from a listener. The last 2 episodes, we talked a lot about how we're all coping with the current state of the world. And Rabbi Marcia Zimmerman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, actually left us this really lovely voicemail.
Hi, I am Rabbi Marcia Zimmerman, the Senior Rabbi of Temple Israel in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I am offering a reflection on what is happening on our streets in Minnesota and how to talk to kids about ICE and the realities of immigration. So I first listen to them. It's really important to know what they know. And I went into our 5th grade class and listened to the myriad of stories. Kids in 5th grade have fellow classmates who are at home because they're afraid. Others who have self-deported or have been taken by ICE. They all have the experience of it. Then I talk about how we can have agency what we can do as a community to support individuals who are afraid and how we are afraid. And so to have agency, to bring food to a nearby school, to help with rental assistance, to reach out to people, even if they're not physically with you, you can write a note or you can text. Reach out and remind everyone that our job is to see the humanity in the other. And then I go to Jewish values, which is B'Tselem Elohim. We're all created in God's image. There is no human being who is illegal. That is, Elie Wiesel says, no human being is illegal. We all are clearly God created, and we all have a right to be in this world. And so no human being is illegal. We might have different statuses as far as immigration status, but no one is illegal. And the second is v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. That is our role, is to love our neighbor. And our neighbors in Minnesota and in this country are diverse. They come from so many different places. And their stories and their narratives and their self-definitions are so enriching that we want to hear people's stories. That's how we love our neighbor as ourselves. And we want to tell our stories as well. So for me, it's really listening. It's helping the young people feel an agency of doing something, bringing food to a nearby synagogue or church, doing something, and then having the values of the moral voice of our traditions guide us as well. Thank you.
I love this notion of the moral voice of our traditions, us turning toward whatever our traditions, our religions are in this time. Like, this is what they're for. This is what that spiritual technology is for confronting moments like this. So thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi Marcia. This is really poignant. We really appreciate that you're listening and that you're putting yourself out there during this really trying time.
If you have an update to share, or if you want to send us a question, you can email us at KarenFeedingPod@slate.com, or leave us a voicemail at 646-357-9318, or join the conversation in the Slate Parenting Facebook group.
That's our show. Please consider leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts or whichever podcast app you're listening on. That really helps people discover the show who might not know about it yet. And if you want more parenting advice, you can find Care and Feeding the column on slate.com. This episode of Care and Feeding is produced by the miraculous Cheyna Roth. Micah Phillips is our video producer. Mia Lobel is executive director of podcasts for Slate. And Ben Richmond is senior director of podcast operation.
I'm Lucy Lopez. You can find me on IG at the Lucy Lopez.
I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. You can find me on Instagram at elizabeth.newcamp.
And I will poke my head up from time to time at Muzachary, Muzachary at Instagram. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you back here on Monday. If you want more no-nonsense advice about parenting, relationships, money, and everything else life throws your way, sign up for the Slate Advice newsletter. A special thanks to our Slate Plus members. If you haven't already, consider joining. Slate Plus members get unlimited access to all of Slate's journalism and help support our independent reporting.